Swiggity swag, what's in the bag? Jay here, bringing you guys some more Pokemon Sun and Moon news. Yes, I know, I am late. I am very late, very late, you guys. But if you guys didn't already know, I was out of town for an entire week, and during that week, new Pokemon Sun and Moon news came out, and so I couldn't really record it or anything. I couldn't really, I could talk about it on Twitter, but you know, it wouldn't mean anything if it's not in a video, so I couldn't make a video. But now I'm back home, so now we can talk about this, and I can hear you guys' thoughts about all this information down in the comment section below. But if you do enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like button down below to show your support. Also hit the like button if you're hyped for Sun and Moon, and if you enjoy the content here on the channel and would like to see more content from me, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well. But let's go ahead and jump into this video. So we got a couple of new Pokemon in this trailer, and the first Pokemon we see is Pacinian, which is the teamwork Pokemon. It is a pure fighting type Pokemon, and it has the ability Receiver, which is a brand new ability, which I will go over that once we read this gigantic description, because they usually talk about new things at the very bottom of the description. So let's go ahead and read about it. Pacinian is a Pokemon that only appears in Pokemon Sun, so it is a version exclusive Pokemon. If you're playing Pokemon Moon, you can obtain it by trading with someone playing Pokemon Sun. Cool, right? We obviously knew that already. Anyways, let's keep on reading. Pacinian live in troops of 20 to 30 individuals, all following a leader. This leader will take 10 of the individuals in the best condition to search for food. The troop's teamwork is strong, and the boss of each troop decides what mark members will wear on their arms to distinguish the troops. The boss puts the troop members through training to improve their coordination with one another and their skill in handling berries. Apparently, this training is so hard that some Pacinian end up running away. Lobbing berries at foes is how Pacinian attack. They sometimes work in coordination with others, passing berries back and forth to bewilder their opponents. Pacinian don't just pitch hard berries at opponents either. They also have a technique that uses soft berries to obscure their opponent's ability to see. Pacinian wants its trainer to have the qualities of a leader as well. It watches a trainer's form closely when he or she throws Pokeballs, and will not listen to the orders of a trainer with poor form. Now we're going to get into the ability, because this is a pretty wild ability. Pacinian has a new ability Receiver, which no other Pokemon has previously had. With the Receiver ability, this Pokemon can inherit the ability of an ally who faints in battle. Stop right there. Well, I mean, that's the end of the passage anyway. Anyways, what? Okay, so Receiver is mainly a doubles ability. I'm not sure if it'll work in triples, but it's definitely a doubles ability because they show it off in the trailer. So doubles ability, if your partner faints, you gain that ability. Let's just stop and think. Shedinja? Wonder Guard? You can receive Wonder Guard. So then, because it's a pure fighting type, it only has 3 weaknesses, being Fairy, Flying, and Psychic. So it'll only be able to get touched by those moves. Okay, that's pretty wild. Let's think. Cofagrigus? Mummy? What if this thing gets the ability Mummy? It can start touching other Mons and making their abilities Mummy, so you can just keep spreading Mummy around. Well, then again, that's not really all that useful, considering the fact that if any Pokemon touches Cofagrigus, then it gets the ability Mummy. So it's not really, that's not really all that. But yeah, okay. How about this though? How about this? You know, Ninjask dies, you gain speed boost. Or let's say if let's say something with Moxie dies. Boom, you get the ability Moxie. You start tearing things apart. Your attack goes up. I'm not sure how fast this Pokemon will be, but just seeing that you can take the ability of your partner when they die is absolutely ridiculous. Now, with that being said, I don't think anyone would actually let that happen. I think if anything, they would attack the Pacinian first, because you know, you wouldn't want to see a Wonder Guard Pacinian on the field. You just wouldn't, you know, because the thing is that I feel like a Shedinja is easier to handle than a Wonder Guard Pacinian, because you know, everybody carries a fire type move, ghost type move, flying type move, dark type move nowadays, you know what I'm saying? But then it's like, then again, I mean, like how many Pokemon carry like a flying type move, you know? Or I mean, I guess Psychic and Fairy, people always carry those because, you know, dragons are always a thing for Fairy. And then Psychic, I mean, there are some pretty good fighting types out there. I don't know, but just the ability Receiver itself is a really good ability, really interesting ability, really unique ability, and I definitely like that. I like that there are a lot of these abilities that are working for doubles. For example, Alolan Raichu's Surge Surfer ability, where it works in combination with Tapu Koko's electric terrain ability thing, whatever. Like, that's really cool, and I like how all these abilities are working in doubles, and just receiver is a really nice ability. But that is Pacinian. But let's go ahead and move on to the next Pokemon. So the next Pokemon we have here is Oranguru, which is the Sage Pokemon. It is a normal psychic type Pokemon with the abilities Inner Focus and Telepathy. Now, just by reading that, you might think, this Pokemon is not all that amazing. I mean, it's a normal psychic type. We have normal psychic in the form of Girafarig, Meloetta, etc, blah blah blah. And you know, the abilities Inner Focus, Telepathy, telepathy is not all that great, and Inner Focus is okay, right? Wrong, because this Pokemon has a special move that only it can learn. Well, I guess this and Smeargle because of Sketch, but this Pokemon has a move that only it can learn, and it's a pretty wild move. But we will read about that once we get to the bottom of this passage. So let's keep reading. Oranguru is a Pokemon that only appears in Pokemon Moon, so version exclusive. Nice. If you're playing Pokemon Sun, you can obtain it by trading for someone. We knew that already. Let's keep doing this. Let's keep reading. Oranguru lives solitary, lives deep in the... Okay, hold on. Did I read that wrong? Oranguru solitary, lives deep in the forest and do not... Okay, so I didn't read that wrong. Is that proper English? I don't think that's proper English because it just sounds wrong. I don't know. That's... What the fuck? That doesn't even sound right. That does not sound right at all to me. What the okay, whatever. Anyways, instead they live alone, essentially. That's how I'm reading it. Instead, they position themselves high up in the trees to meditate. Long ago, people thought that Oranguru were humans who dwelled in the forest depths, so they called them the people of the forest. Oranguru is kind to the other Pokemon living in the forest, providing medicine for injured Pokemon and food for the hungry. Oranguru sometimes act on their own initiative, and will use items that only humans normally use. From a trainer's perspective, they can be hard Pokemon to handle at times. Allegedly, there have been sightings of Oranguru using Pokeballs. What? You have a Pokemon catching a Pokemon, bruh? What? That's... Yo. What the hell? What the hell is this? What? A Pokemon catching a Pokemon. Alright, I got you, bro. The fan-like objects held by Oranguru are handmade by the Oranguru themselves. These fans appear to be made of layers of leaves bound together with Oranguru's own fur. We can see that. Now, Instruct is a move that only Oranguru can learn, and Smeargle. It can make the selected target use its most recent move again immediately. So, let's talk about this for a second. One, this is a really good doubles Pokemon. Alright, this is a really good doubles Pokemon because one, if you have a move that hits everybody on the field, one, this thing gets telepathy, so it doesn't get hit by its partner's own move, right? Right. Two, if you have an extremely strong Pokemon that uses Surf, or, you know, Surf, Earthquake, etc., you can get them to use their move again, and it's still the same power too. It's still the same power as well, which is absolutely ridiculous. Okay? You know, what if you use a move that boosts your stats? You use Swords Dance, Instruct, another Swords Dance, you're +4 in a single turn. With that being said, I don't think anybody will actually let that happen, but if that actually does happen, that's kind of why. And then, let's say Oranguru and let's say Garchomp, for example. You got Oranguru out, you got Garchomp out, you use Swords Dance with Garchomp, boom. Oranguru, Instruct, Swords Dance again, boom. You're +4 Garchomp, Earthquake next turn, Telepathy. You're not taking any damage from that. Everybody else is dead. Boom. That's wild. That is wild. Or if an opponent uses a move, like let's say they use Calm Mind or something, you don't want them attacking you. You instruct Calm Mind again. Now, with that being said, I don't think this Pokemon is going to be very fast. Now, Pacinian looks like it's going to be a relatively fast Pokemon or average speed Pokemon. This Pokemon here, I think it'll be a very slow Pokemon. So the move Instruct is going to be kind of, I don't know. I think it's going to be a bulky, slow Pokemon though. That's what I think. I think it's going to be pretty bulky, but it's going to be slow. So what if you did something like Choice Scarf, or you did something like, I don't know, maybe Choice Scarf Oranguru could be a thing? Because I mean, you'll be locked into an Instruct, but why would you go for any other move outside of Instruct? Just have one Pokemon with sheer power, you know, do all the attacking. You just instruct them to attack twice in a turn. why not just do that? I think that'll work. I think that would work pretty darn well if I do say so myself. I don't know, but it depends on how fast Pokemon is. Because if this thing has like base 30 or 40 speed, well, I don't really know what to tell you. But just the ability, not the ability, just the move Instruct itself combined with the ability Telepathy, I think that's actually really good. That's really good. I like this thing's design. I like Pacinian's design as well. They're monkeys. They're awesome. They look cool. And I like this Pokemon a lot. And again, it's a version exclusive to Pokemon Moon. So if you got Pokemon Moon, you can get a Oranguru, so that's really cool. So moving on, we have Rockruff's evolutions, which we've already seen in the Coral, but we didn't have the English name for the Pokemon. And I mean, we knew, like, they mentioned something about version exclusives or whatever. They showed that, you know, the midday form was being evolved in Pokemon Sun and the midnight form being evolved in Pokemon Moon, but we didn't really know 100% if they were version exclusives, but apparently they are. Now, before I get into this, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. That's weird. I mean, okay, it makes sense because, you know, midday form Pokemon Sun, midnight form Pokemon Moon, day and night, sun and moon, blah blah blah. That makes sense on the outside, right? Yeah. But then it's like midday form, so evolved during the daytime. Midnight form evolved during the nighttime, right? Okay. Sun and moon both have day and night, so it makes no sense how you can be in Pokemon Sun at night and you can still get the midday form of Lycanroc. Like, I don't know, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. It's like, it could be nighttime in Pokemon Sun, because again, day and night exist in Pokemon Sun and Moon, so it could be nighttime in Pokemon Sun, but because you're in Pokemon Sun, it could be nighttime, but you still get the midday form. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It just doesn't make sense to me, though. It really doesn't, you guys. I don't know. But let's read up on the midday form of Lycanroc. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. So, Lycanroc is the wolf Pokemon, a pure rock type. I wish it was rock and something else, but whatever. With the abilities Keen Eye and Sand Rush. I'm pretty sure most people are going to be using the Sand Rush ability because, you know, why would you need Keen Eye for anything? Anyways, when Rockruff is bathed in the profuse amounts of solar energy, it evolves into its midday form. In the world of Pokemon Sun, Solgaleo's influence causes Rockruff to evolve into this form. Okay, cool. Lycanroc lives solo in mountains and deserts, not creating a pack. Not creating a pack? Okay, lives solo. Not cool. Wait, not cool? No, that is cool. The hell? What? Okay, anyways. Each has its own territory and they live without interfering with one another, which helps to avoid unnecessary fights. Shout out to you, bro. Lycanroc obeys its trainer's orders dutifully. There you go. In particular, no, wait. I read that as a comma. I apologize. Dutifully. That doesn't sound right, but maybe right. I don't know. In particular, if a trainer accepted it during its more rebellious pre-evolution period, Lycanroc will never betray that trainer and will be the most loyal of partners. Wait, are you saying that Rockruff is like rebellious? Okay, alright. Anyways, the midday form Lycanroc is known for speedy movements that leave its opponents bewildered. Okay, so this thing is gonna be a fast Pokemon. That's cool. With Sand Rush? Oh no. Alright, we gotta stop this thing now. It dodges opponent strikes while attacking with the sharp rocks of its mane as it slips right past them. So this is definitely going to be a fast Pokemon. Accelerock is a move that only midday form Lycanroc can use. Insmiracle with Sketch. It slams into the opponent with quick moves. This move is guaranteed to strike first. So midday form gets Sand Rush. Alright, it gets Sand Rush and it gets priority. Accelerock. What? That's crazy. So this thing is already a fast Pokemon in itself. I mean, just from the description, we can tell this thing is going to be a really fast Pokemon. So, fast Pokemon, priority move, and gets the ability when in the sand, it boosts its speed. Yikes. Alright, this thing might, I mean, I feel like this thing is going to be pretty frail, though. It's probably going to be pretty frail, but, I mean, it's going to be fast. It's a fast rock type. That's kind of wild. That is kind of wild. I I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. I mean, I don't think Accelerock is gonna be that powerful of a move. It might just be like base 40, kind of like Fake Out and Aqua Jet. So it's pretty much just a rock type Aqua Jet, rock type. Well, not Fake Out, because Fake Out flinches all the time, but it's pretty much a rock type Aqua Jet. So it might not be as strong. If it's stronger than Aqua Jet, that'll be kind of wild. But let's go ahead and read up on Lycanroc's Midnight form. So it is still the wolf Pokemon, rock type, but the Midnight form gets Keen Eye and Vital Spirit. To be completely honest with you guys, I honestly think the Midday form got the better of the abilities, because Sand Rush is a really good ability. Vital Spirit, while you can't be put to sleep, I don't know. Anyways, let's read up on the Midnight form. When Rockruff is bathed in an abundance of lunar energy, it evolves into its Midnight form. In the world of Pokemon Moon, Lunala's influence causes Rockruff to evolve into this form. Midnight form Lycanroc provokes its opponents by pressing in hard and inviting their attacks. Okay. When an opponent falls for this tactic and attacks, Lycanroc counters with its forte, a single devastating blow that finishes off its foe. The stronger its opponent is, the more excited for battle Lycanroc becomes. Okay, so this thing is thirsty for battle. Okay. It doesn't mind getting hurt if it means victory in battle. Battles thrill it so much that its eyes glow. That's disturbing. Alright. Contempt rises in this Pokemon for trainers who give it orders it doesn't agree with, or who try to force it to battle. On the other hand, it will feel a deep trust in a trainer who can fully draw forth its power in battle. Alright. Counter is a move that Rockruff can learn when it evolves into Midnight form Lycanroc. Well, yeah. When you take physical damage, it doubles the damage back to opponent. We know what counter does. But that's not fair, though. I don't think that's fair. See, here's the thing. Here's what I'm saying, right? Alright, just listen. The Midday form gets a good ability, Sand Rush, priority, Accelerock, and it has really good speed, apparently. This thing Midnight form gets Vital Spirit and counter. What? I don't understand. Now, I honestly do not think that these things are gonna have the same stats, just because they look completely different, you guys. I cannot see them having the same exact stats for both forms of the Pokemon. I mean, there wouldn't be two forms of the Pokemon otherwise. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna have the same stats. I really don't. I think this one, the Midnight form, is gonna be slower than the Midday form, but this form right here might hit a lot harder than the Midday form, though. Midnight might hit harder than the Midday, but I don't know. I think the Midnight form looks cooler to me. It just looks badass. But at the same time, though, I think it got shafted pretty badly with the abilities and the move. I mean, like I said, the Midday form has its own move. It has its own move, Accelerock. This thing doesn't get that. So I don't know. I like them both, though. I really do. I love both of their designs, but I just think Midnight form definitely got shafted, though. But hey, it's okay, because I'm gonna be LP Pokemon Sun, so it is what it is. But if you guys do remember, the starters do share the secret with Rockruff, so we should be expecting starter evolutions for both Sun and Moon. And I am really hoping that the Wrestler Litten form thing is in Pokemon Sun, because if it's in Pokemon Moon, well, I just might have to trade Litten over to Pokemon Moon and evolve it in Pokemon Moon, then trade it back to Pokemon Sun and use it for my LP. But we'll see what happens. But let's keep moving on, because there is a lot of other stuff to go over in this trailer. So this trailer fully 100% confirms character customization in Pokemon Sun and Moon, if it wasn't already obvious. Now, I say that because there have been multiple trailers where we've seen the character without their hat. We've seen other characters with different skin tones, different hair color, different clothes. We've seen all of this already, but apparently because it wasn't 100% confirmed, you know, we were like, oh, maybe character customization isn't back in Sun and Moon. But no, it's back in Sun and Moon, and it looks like they have a lot of stuff. They have some nice hair, they have some nice hair colors, some nice clothes. You can even change your eye color with contacts like that. There's so much going on with the character customization. I am actually about to make my character look like me, and it's gonna be pretty darn awesome. But it is definitely nice to see character customization back in Sun and Moon. A lot of people were upset that it wasn't in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but the reason for that being, you know, it's a remake. They're not gonna allow you to customize the characters of Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire because again, it's a remake. So it wouldn't be May and Brendan, it'd be whoever. So that's why character customization wasn't in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, but it's back in Sun and Moon, and I like that. I cannot wait to see all the clothes because you guys know I love customizing my character all the time. I love buying clothes, and it's just an awesome thing to see, and it's just an awesome feature to have in Pokemon Sun and Moon. So I'm happy that character customization is back. So we have a new feature in Sun and Moon called Pokemon Refresh. And in Pokemon Refresh, you can groom your Pokemon. You can even cure a status on your Pokemon. In the trailer, they show that they're curing the status of poison off of Pokemon, a paralysis off of Pokemon. You can feed your Pokemon Pokebeans. You can brush the dirt off of Pokemon as well. I think that's actually really cool. It's pretty much like Pokemon and Me, but it's like a step above Pokemon and Me. You can heal their Pokemon. You don't need to buy things like antidotes or paralyzed heals or anything like that. You can just go into Pokemon Refresh and you can cure them of their statuses, and you can clean them up a bit as well. I think that's really cool. It's absolutely amazing, so use the Pokemon Refresh feature to care for your Pokemon after a battle. Pokemon sometimes end up all dirty. When that happens, you can take care of them and get them all cleaned up. By caring for your Pokemon, you can also cure status conditions like poisoning and paralysis that were inflicted on your Pokemon in battle. Pokemon that have grown very affectionate thanks to petting them a lot and feeding them their beloved Pokebeans will battle to the utmost for you. Sometimes they'll avoid attacks from opposing Pokemon and even hold out when they're on the verge of fainting. Take good care of your Pokemon with Pokemon Refresh, and they'll be great allies on your adventure. So essentially, again, Pokemon and Me. It's essentially Pokemon and Me, but a step above Pokemon and Me. So you get all the benefits of Pokemon and Me, being they'll avoid attacks that should be unavoidable, first of all, and they won't faint when they should have fainted. And then on top of that, you can heal and you can clean them up and heal their statuses like poison and paralysis as well. I think that's a really cool feature. I just might end up trying out that feature because I saw Litten in the trailer or somewhere. I think it was in the trailer. I saw Litten and I'm like, yo, Litten, yes, let's do this. But I can't wait to see Pokemon Refresh. I can't wait to use Pokemon Refresh, and I cannot wait to clean up my Pokemon and cure them of their statuses. And the last thing in the trailer, we saw 2 new Z moves, 2 exclusive Z moves used by Pikachu and Eevee. Pikachu uses Catastrophica, which is really cool. So it's nice to see that Pikachu gets his own Z move. Obviously, Pikachu being the mascot of Pokemon would get its own Z move because, you know, it's Pikachu, guys. I mean, Alolan Raichu has his own Z move, Spark, Surge, Surfer. So obviously Pikachu should get his own Z move as well. So Catastrophica looks really cool. Now, with that being said, I'm not sure if this will be better than holding a light ball or anything like that, but you know, I'm not sure how strong this Z move is going to be, but it looks like it's going to be pretty darn strong. So that's really cool for Pikachu. And then Eevee gets his own Z move, being Extreme Evo Boost, which it gets a boost. It gets, hang on, it raises all of its stats by 2 plus 2 in every single stat. That's wild. That is kind of wild. So let's just think about it for a second though. This first of all confirms that there will be no new evolution in Sun and Moon, because I wouldn't say this confirms it, but it's already been confirmed though, because when we saw Eevee in like a trailer before, it showed that there were 8 slots for Eevee, right? For Eevee's evolutions, which there are only 8 evolutions. So that kind of sucks that we're not getting a new evolution. And then not only that, but I'm pretty sure we would have seen the new evolution in the Extreme Evo Boost, you know, cutscene, but we didn't. So no new evolution. But this right here, Extreme Evo Boost, is really cool. This also confirms that not all Z moves do damage, so that's actually cool as well. And a lot of people were saying that this makes Eevee kind of broken. It's an Eevee, guys. It's an Eevee. Remember that. Even though it's plus 2 in every single stat, it's an Eevee. It's not all that broken. Now, if the Eevee baton passed this out to, let's say, a very strong Pokemon like, I don't know, Garchomp or something, you know, Oh yeah, it's definitely very fucking broken. Like you're not living. But who would actually let the Eevee get a baton pass off after using Evo boost? No, you will kill that Eevee right then and there. I tell you what, because if that Eevee does not die, you're getting baton passed out to a scary Pokemon and you will lose because it's +2 in every stat. Yikes. Unless you carry Haze. I think everybody's going to start carrying Haze, but I really don't see Extreme Evo Boost being super duper competitively viable because, again, only Eevee can use it. It's Eevee. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It's Eevee. But +2 in every single stat, that is really, really good. I hope to see more Z moves that do something like this. Now, not on the scale of boosting every single stat by +2, but let's say, you know, I would like to see a Z move that boosts, you know, attack, defense, and special attack, I don't know, by +1. I don't know. But then again, why would you need a Z move for that? A Z move should be broken. So boost 3 stats by +2. That would be a cool Z move, right? I think that would be kind of cool. But anyways, that's gonna go ahead and do it for this video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did and you're hyped for Sun and Moon, don't forget to hit the like button down below to show your support. Don't even ask me what that was. I have absolutely no clue. But in the comment section below, let me know what you guys think of all this information. And if you enjoyed the content here on the channel and like to see more content from me, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.